Yeah, so Rienk had some swelling in his knee last week, a couple days before the Kansas State game, and got a scan on it just to try to figure out the best treatment option for him. And they found a little loose piece of cartilage in there. So the decision was made to play the Kansas State game. He could not do further damage on it. We just didn't want that piece floating around and get into a spot where it caused some trouble down the line. So, we made a decision with the doctors and with Rienk, a decision that he was comfortable with, to go in and take care of the problem. Surgery went very well. Doc was really happy with how it went, and he's got very minimal swelling. He's moving around really well. He actually walked on the treadmill a little bit today, a little bit faster than my treadmill workout that I did this afternoon. But overall, hopefully we'll get him back. We don't have an exact time frame. We can't give an exact day that he'll be back, but we're hoping sometime in early January.
What did his absence do to change things, especially early on when you struggled inside a little bit?
Yeah, it definitely changes things. You got guys playing different positions than they had been playing, and Rienk obviously has been as good as anybody on the floor for us, especially in those 2 wins against Michigan State and Kansas State. So his absence was felt, I thought, early, and they dominated the glass in the first half. They crushed us out there. They were getting loose balls. At halftime we really challenged them. They just kind of had that blank stare on their face, and they were looking at the floor. And I just getting after them to say, guys, you understand how good of a basketball team we are when we go out there and are the harder playing, more together team. And it wasn't the same in the huddles, with guys talking to each other and trying to lead out there. And to their credit, after those first couple possessions in the second half, they responded in a big way and found a formula out there. But the effort that we rebounded 21-14 in the second half, which obviously was a big key, as opposed to what they did to us in the first, and then had a big run to get the lead and I think get that thing all the way up to 10 or 11, and found a way after 4 hit those shots there at the end of the game. But overall, I knew this was a game that we had to play well. This is a very good team, especially with, and I'm probably sorry for butchering his name, probably Nacho, came out in his second game as a 2-time transfer. We knew his talent, and they should shoot it all over the place. They're very physical on that size, so we knew this was a good team that we'd have to play well. We didn't in the first half, but found a way to come out and play a really complete second half of basketball.
How have you seen Jamarcus develop as a point guard in this early season? Just what do you make of his performance tonight?
Yeah, it was great to see Jamarcus knock down some shots there at the end of the game and get us organized. I was really proud of CJ for going out there, and he was terrific. First half, he kept us in striking distance by knocking down those shots, and then had that stretch in the second half. We kind of went to him on 5, 6, 7 straight possessions, and it paid off not only with the shot, but getting himself to the rim. I thought he had good patience in there to get some shots at the basket. But CJ coming off, and he's been shooting like that in practice, and it was just a matter of time before he had a game like this where he was knocking down shots. So but Jamarcus, yes, he's growing, and he's playing a position, Jamarcus's credit, that he's really never played before, and he's learning on the fly. So big win for our team. We'll have a lot of things we can learn from this game, but it's always better to learn from a win.
How worried are you as a coach about these games right before it get away?
Yeah, it's just like All-Star break. You always worry a little bit about that last game before you get to go home and see your family and your loved ones. And our guys deserve a break. We've been going for a long time, and they've been going hard. And last week was very emotional, winning 2 huge games with Michigan State, and then going on the road and winning at K-State. And I could tell they were drained a little bit that next day, and we went very light in practice to try to recharge them a little bit. And then they came in the next day. And after a light day, I always try to get them up and down and compete. And I could tell they were sore. And the energy this morning wasn't quite what it has been in the shoot around. But they found a way to get into their reserves and charge up. But yeah, it's always a game where you don't, these guys are looking forward to getting home, seeing their family that they haven't seen in a long time. But I'm proud of them for where we are. We're 10-2. I think we're in a good spot. We've got a couple great wins early on in the season. We've learned from some tough setbacks that we've had, and it's an important stretch. I told them, don't go home and just eat cookies and drink eggnog. I mean, they gotta get off their butts and get some shots up, take care of their bodies. A lot of them are banged up right now, but we gotta be ready to go. We're gonna have a couple two-a-days when we get back and getting ready for this game on the 29th.
CJ said that he'd been on teams here that in a game like this, down 14, you're not playing well, probably would quit. And then this team finds a way, even though it was ugly. I guess, is this kind of further evidence how this group is, maybe the resiliency is different from years past? And I guess that they can figure it out in situations like this?
Yeah, I have liked the resiliency. You know, we'd like to have some moments back from a couple of the losses that we had, but, you know, tonight, you know, I think from learning from some of the things that happened. I mean, obviously the Creighton game snowballed the wrong way for the entire last 20 minutes. Tonight, even those first two possessions, you know, where you get down 14, the guys found a way to come back. We took much better shots, with the exception of Casey's shot in the right corner. You know, with about, I think 13 or 14 to go. But, you know, he's shooting 57% in the second half. That's 2 times, you know, with the Michigan State game and this game, that we've really done a good job and playing much smarter offense in the second half. Our defense led to offense. Our pressure was better. Our hands were better. We're able to go to a little bit more of a switching defense with Josiah. He just gives us a little more versatility out there late in the game. You know, that kid still was throwing in bombs, but, you know, overall, again, we're going to take the positives from this and learn from some of the things we didn't do so well.
And in terms of the defense, follow-up, just got caught a little bit switching and time. Is that just because Rienk just new lineup? I mean, what do you credit?
Yeah, and they did a good job getting the ball in the pocket.
Right.
You know, so give them credit for some of the spray out threes that they were hitting early. And you know, we adjusted there, especially those last 10 minutes of the second half, and switched things up a little bit. And I thought it slowed them down a little bit. And we rebounded the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first half, I think they got 60% of their misses. Second half, you know, you find a way to out-rebound them by 7, and I think that's the difference in the game. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.